Let's start with the basics. What is compound interest?
So compound interest, I'm going to try and explain it in the simplest way possible. So if I've not done a good job, just tell me.
I will.
So pictorially, because we like to think visually as well, imagine a snowball at the top of a hill, starts small, rolls down a snowy hill, and it picks up snow. In the first part of that journey, when it is small, it grows, but it grows slower. Then when it's already big, it grows even bigger. So what we're basically doing with compound interest is rolling your money down a money hill. And as it goes down, it picks up more, but the bigger it gets, the quicker it actually grows. Which kind of feeds into the old adage of it takes money to make money, but that's half true. The reality is, if you have any amount of money, you can start small and you can grow exceptionally large, which is what I love about trading.
Okay, so how do we do that? How do we make it grow in that way?
Ultimately what we want to do is we want to be using a safe trading methodology like the star trading method. And we want to be patient, because it's not get rich quick. Although 12 months is a fairly short period of time, the reality is you're not going to have the skill set to do that on day one when you first start trading and first start learning this skill set. And remember, it is a skill set, so it does take at least a couple of months to learn how to start making money from your trading. So at that point, when you've got that skill set in place, then we can start trading financial markets. The key thing about compound interest and what makes it different to just another form of investing is that we don't take the money out. So that's what allows it to compound. So if you have a really good month and you make £100, leave it in your account. Don't take it out, because then you can compound it. So compound interest is interest you're making on the interest you've already made.
Amazing.
So if you had, and we always say never ever start with more than £1,000 in your trading account. But if you had £1,000 in your trading account and you made 10%, which we know is possible, we've met people on this podcast already who are achieving that and have achieved that. Then if your 10% of that 1,000 is worth £100, I had to do quick maths there. So yeah, 10% of 1,000 is £100. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that is right. So 10% is £100. So what we do is we leave that in our account. So the next month, at the end of, next month, your account is now worth £1,100, not just 1,000, because we've compounded, we left the money in. So if we have the same performance as the previous month and we also do 10%, that 10% is now not £100, it's now £110. So we've got this automatic growth with the same performance. The next month, that 10% is now worth £121, not the £100 from the first month. So you're already seeing this increase because of the fact you're compounding your capital. So when you extrapolate that, big word, when you look at that through a year, you look at that through 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, the result is absolutely life-changing. You just have to stay true to the course, stay consistent, stay focused, and stick to following the strategy.
That is amazing. And let's break down some actual real figures in a
Yes.
bit. But who is this for? Can anyone do it?
Anybody who's trading can do it. So funny enough, talk about property investors, they will often talk about compounding as well, but they can only do that on an annual basis. If you have money in a savings account, you can compound that. It's also generally an annual compound and a terrible return as well, because the percentage is so low. I think at the moment you're lucky to get 5% in an ISA as kind of a fixed rate for the year. We're talking about doing that on a monthly basis. So yeah, what we can do as a trader is far more exceptional than you can do anywhere else, which is why I love it as a wealth creation strategy.
Yeah, and you were talking about doing it long term, because at the start it feels super gradual, like even less than that, like there's not a lot happening, but actually it's about consistency and keep going. Yeah,
exactly that. And this is why it's really important to and we talked about mindset a few weeks ago, really know your reason why you're doing this and look at what is possible once you keep going. And if you are the small snowball at the top of the hill when you first begin, not a problem. You're still going downhill, you're still growing, you're still moving, and one day you will be absolutely shocked, and I'm sure our listeners will be absolutely surprised and mind blown by what is possible with compound interest when we go into the numbers.
We're just little snowballs
We're just little snowballs
waiting to grow.
Yeah.